Hello everyone, it's Adam here. I have an Audi TT RS, which I'm really enjoying a lot, but the problem I had with it is, well, this actually is a really great infotainment system. I love it. It's actually really intuitive, and I love what they've done considering the sacrifice they had to make of not having a center screen. So I still want all the features of having a center screen without the center screen getting in the way of this viewpoint here. Initially, what I did was I did some research and I found that there's two USB-A ports in here. Now, this is a 2021 TTRS, but as most of you know that have Audi TTs or Mark IIIs, that car was designed in 2016 and it didn't change until it was killed off in 2022. What you're doing is you're actually dealing, like I had a 2016 Volkswagen Golf R, and it's basically the same as the Golf R, where you have like a backup sensor and you have blind spot detection, but that's it. You don't have anything else that's like, modern conveniences that you find on any other 2021 car, which is why I bought it, because I didn't want any of the modern Audi software issues. The unfortunate thing is the two USB ports in here are USB-A, and they charge very slowly. They are not high-powered devices. One is for charging, one is for MMI, auxiliary usage. You can see those down right there. Oh, but note, I have a little teeny tiny CarPlay USB-A dongle in here, which I will link to below. This is perfect. It fits in the cubby perfectly without any issues, and it's not on a little long USB cable, so it doesn't rattle at all. That's the first thing I bought, to basically allow me to not have to plug in the phone to there, because the charging speed is so bad from this port. It's not even usable. So that's the first thing I did. Second thing I did was I ordered a clear mount, which a lot of folks recommend. This is this little pad right here that goes between these two AC vents. You pop these out with a trim tool, put that in there. It's very strong. But unfortunately, the actual clear mount case or charger they send you, which says 15 watts, doesn't charge the 15 watts on the MagSafe 2 equipped iPhones, which is pretty much every single, or Qi2. I want even faster than 15 watts. And it doesn't even do that. It only does 5 watts for my iPhone. I don't know why, but that's what it is. So the first thing I did was I actually kept using this attached to the clear mount ball there, and I ran a different USB-C cable back here. I have a full size. This is I think it's a 75 watt Anchor charger here. No, 167.5 watts. See there? I have 3 ports. So it charges an iPhone very fast. One of the ports here is 100 watts. And I think the iPhone maxes out at like 37, the iPhone 17 Pro. So I did that, and I still had a notice that I was charging too slowly so I obviously it was the charger. So I ran this cable here. There's 2 cables here, one for my wife, one for me. This closes all the way with that in there, which is nice. I actually took apart the whole console to run the cable all the way through and realized that wasn't even going to be worth it. I was going to have it come out down here, and it just wasn't worth it to do that. So I ended up running it underneath the trim piece here on the side. Put some legs here. And coming out right there, coming straight up. So that's where that USB-C cable is. And then what I did was I had a very thin end piece. Now, next step is going to be having this get I have some little sticky fasteners I'll put there to make that perfect. But this never needs to come out. That is in there permanently, and it just needs to get adhesed to this piece here so that I can still move this on-off switch. Then I upgraded from the clear mounts to the Peak Design Qi2, which I think charges at like 18 or 25 watts, which is really fast. So I don't charge my phone at night, so I wake up with like 30% battery. And then on the 20-minute drive to work, I wanted to charge to 80%. And it does that with this charger, with an iPhone 17 Pro. But the issue is, this is a 20mm/1-inch ball, which is a standard RAM ball. The clear mounts ball is 17 millimeters. So when I bought a 1-inch RAM knockoff knuckle, it didn't work. It wouldn't actually close down to here. So what I had to do is I had to get a 17 millimeter 17 millimeter knuckle, and then buy a 17 millimeter to 1-inch adapter. And then the 1-inch to 1-inch works. So that's my setup. And it actually is nice because it takes it off of here so I can still access my controls there easily. I can still access this here easily. And I can still spin this easily. And then this is my now setup. So now I have discrete 50 watts coming out of here for my wife and I. hiding down there, coming up, and this is gonna get adhesed now that I know that it works, into this Peak Design Qi2 charger. 17 to 17 to 20 millimeters to 20 millimeters. And that is my charging setup for the iPhone 17 Pro to get maximum charging with CarPlay. And when I get in the car and turn it on, it connects to CarPlay automatically. My music starts coming through the speakers. Everything is right in the world. I have not seen any other video of someone doing like a modern charging solution with the iPhone 17 or even 16 Pro, anything newer than iPhone 12. I haven't found any videos. I found a lot of people that, do different things with the clear mount. But the clear mount, really, you just need to buy the hub. And it's on Amazon for like 25 bucks or so. $7, $7, $5, $90. Cable was $8 and this charger was like $60. But this charger will charge a MacBook Pro. So when we do road trips and we have iPads and MacBook Pros, we can still charge those. You can actually spend a lot less for a charger. That was a splurge, but I know that. So in essence, I did need both of those little RAM things. I did not need the clear mount charger. I'm going to save that for another car in the future. And the USB cable that the clear mount sent me, the A to C, I also didn't need. Now, how I got home from Asheville, North Carolina when I bought the car was I just had the whole clear mounts kit running. It was fine, but it only charged at 5 watts, which was fine for a road trip because I'm in the car all day long with the screen off. But if I want to charge rapidly to get to work, this is the only solution that works for me. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll link to this as well, but I also, from Amazon, Audi's part number is now discontinued. This net part number for the Audi TT is discontinued now, but there's a company on Amazon that makes this net, which is great. Also the mats that I have, I think I've shown these before. I'll link to those too, but I ordered these custom with the RS logo in there from a company out of the UK, and I also customized having green stitching. So they did the boot mat and then the 4 mats up front behind the passenger driver's seats and then in front. And then this net as well as in here. So now when I throw my drone in, I can put the drone underneath this net on my laptop, underneath this net, and it stays still when I'm rapidly driving. So I'll link to all this stuff below for folks that find this video and are looking for really easy modifications for their Audi TT. Thanks for watching.